good work by a famous musician or singer in an acting role.
Dwight Yokam in Sling Blade.
Oh yeah.
So he's very, very good in that. I kind of want him to have like a bigger acting career, and he pops up in Crank movies, and that's fine. But he's
Panic
really,
Room. He was the villain in Panic
That's right.
Room.
That's right.
He was very good in that too.
He was good, yeah.
But he should do like dramatic roles. Like he was actually really great in Sling Blade, and he's someone I've still never listened to his music. But
There was a hot second where a lot of like mainstream artists that had very wide appeal were playing very strange. I remember Harry Connick Jr. in Copycat, which was not a great performance, but it was an attempt. I mean, it was a genuine attempt to do something like that I haven't seen a whole lot of now. Because what I think of now is like Iggy Pop in Coffee and Cigarettes or something. It totally steals the scene from Tom Waits, who has some experience with those films, and it's like pretty effortless too. But it's also cheating because it's like put two people in a room and let their charisma happen. You know, I mean, it's like a step removed from a documentary of those two people. You know?
Sure.
Yeah, so many musicians have just been cast in versions of their musician persona. Like Bowie, everything Bowie's ever done is kind of a...
Has he been in something that's not that? I'm trying to think of movies.
He's been in movies like he's in The Prestige, which he's very good.
That's right.
He's in.
He's Tesla.
But even in that, like everything,
amazing.
I gotta
Tesla.
see that.
How have you not seen it?
Everything
He
he's
has the
in,
greatest-
he's kind of. But maybe that's just because as a musician, he's done roles. Like he's, like Madonna, he's kind of been different characters.
It's a dramaturgical musical persona to begin with.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Bowie is that he's actually very good. Like he's in Basquiat's. He plays Andy Warhol, and he does a really good job of it. But I saw an interview on Charlie Rose. We talked about it. He's like, why don't you act more? He's just like, well, I just really don't enjoy it because it's like a lot of just sitting around doing nothing. It's just not artistically fulfilling for him. So while I find he's actually very good in The Hunger, which is another terrible film that he's very...
Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yeah. He's more of a presence in that. But actually in The Hunger, this is a terrible film. Like he's actually delivering a performance and acting, and he's very good in it. But it's just like he gets really bored with the idea of film acting. It's just not rewarding artistically for him.
I loved J-Lo in Out of Sight.
She's really good in
she
that.
was good in that. Yeah.
That was, I remember when I saw that, I was like, I really hope that J-Lo becomes a big star.
Exactly.
And,
And now you...
Try to take it back.
I'll tell you who showed the most promise in the worst film is Aaliyah in Queen of the Damned.
not Romeo
I'm
Must
not
Die.
saying that.
I think Aaliyah had a future in acting as well as singing, and you wouldn't know it to watch Queen of the Damned, but there's something about her.
Did she like
that
screen
is-
presence, I guess? Or?
I don't know what it was because she wasn't right for the role. She wasn't good in the role, but there's just something about her that was like really captivating. Maybe it was like a certain like cinema thing, like an it thing, like Marilyn Monroe lighting up the corner of the screen in All About Eve or whatever.
Well, there's a level at which if you're good in music videos that you just have a rapport
true.
with the camera, and that's going to translate to a base level of like watchability in a movie.
yeah.
But
I bet that Rihanna would be a good actress. I don't know what it is, like portentousness or something, like this like weird mix of like humor and tragedy in her persona that I think she could translate into acting, but I don't know if she can act. So somebody's got to cast her. So anybody watching this, it's easy, right? Rihanna's easy to get on the phone. So cast Rihanna.
She's on my speed.
That's
I liked Bjork
yeah.
in Dancer in the Dark, although that performance seemed to have been sort of not so much delivered by her as tortured out of her by somebody off camera, because it's uncomfortable to watch.
Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christopherson's good.
Yeah, I always enjoy him.
Willie Nelson in Thief is really fun.
I've actually never seen Thief. I didn't
Thief
realize
is a
Willie
great-
Nelson was in it.
Thief is a great early Michael Mann thriller.
What about Frank Sinatra?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
great.
he's very good actor.
What do you think is this? I mean, Some Came Running or Here to Eternity or what do you think?
Manchurian Candidate. He's
Oh,
very good.
yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah, I
came
like
running
Manchurian
probably.
Candidate. Although Frank Sinatra's not exactly why I
Steve
like
Martin's kind of contaminated.
Puff Daddy in Monsters Ball.
Puff Daddy also and Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Puff Daddy and Get Him to the Greek is hilarious.
He kind of steals that movie.
Kind of the one really funny thing about that movie.
Yeah, he's good. He's an underrated media persona, I think, in the sense that he's overblown but underrated. Like there's a lot of exposure, but there's not a whole lot of respect for what he actually does, which is be like a media presence.
Yeah.
I just watched the season finale of Parks and Recreation. I don't know if anybody watched that, but these two hapless guys want to start a media conglomerate. Like that's what they want their startup business to be, is a media conglomerate, and that's what Puff Daddy does. And it actually kind of, and I still call him Puff Daddy. I mean, he's Diddy, right? Like that's what he does, and it actually kind of works. And I feel like he needs a little more respect for that.
Yeah.
Do you think Madonna's ever been good in anything?
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Yeah, I've actually seen that.
Yeah. Kind of playing herself
A little bit
like
different.
5 years earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Cher? Do you think Cher's ever been good?
No.
No?
Well, Cher has been Cher.
Silkwood, Mask, Moonstruck? None of them?
No.
She's okay in Moonstruck, I feel. But then there's the one scene with Nicolas Cage. Where
It's true.
It's hard
to
to be perceived as big when you're playing opposite Nicolas Cage, no matter what you're doing.
Has that ever happened? That'd be an interesting question.
Yeah, who has overacted?
has anyone
who has never been perceived as
Oh,
overacting?
Con Air.
Opposite.
That's right. Somebody in Con Air out caged Cage. I think.
I don't think so. I
There's a
saw
lot-
Con Air not so long
Actually,
ago.
in Con Air, I think like Nicolas Cage is doing a silly accent, but he's relatively like calm. I think it's like Malkovich and like
Right.
Ving Rhames and Steve Buscemi who are just like really stealing that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a ridiculous accent, which is always wonderful to.
Did we talk about Con Air
Yeah,
last
we didn't
time?
talk about
I
it.
don't
know, did we?
Weird.
I think it was just a
We need like a
pure
special
Con Air
buzzer.
episode.
Yeah, we need a taboo buzzer. We already talked about it.
It's a gong.
Yeah, we need to. Yes, the gun.
You already mentioned gong.
4 guys, a table, and a gong.